thankful to get to be here this morning.
Glad you're here, man. We sure are.
Every time that I've been out to this church, they sure have always made you feel welcome and loved. And we're thankful for that this morning. I hope that for what few minutes I'll stand and I won't take too much time and I'll leave these brothers plenty. And
Yeah, Lord.
for 16 years, coming up on 16 years, I've been attempting to preach for the Lord. And Brother Elisha, after 1 or 2 years, I thought to myself, surely, and when I've been preaching about 15 years, surely I'll know what I'm doing by then. The thing is, this thing, it's not of us this morning.
No.
I still have very little confidence in myself, but after 16 years, my confidence in God has grown and grown. See, I've got over the facts of standing up here and maybe fumbling with my words or mispronouncing things. Those things, they don't much bother me anymore, brother. Don't get nervous to stand up here and maybe trip and fumble a little bit, but seem like Sunday after Sunday I'll sit in my seat and I'll say, Lord, don't let me take this one for granted.
Yeah.
See, I don't care about fumbling over and making a fool of myself, but I worry about wasted opportunity this morning. You know, I was talking to a sister about a month or two ago and doesn't go to our church, and she said, Mike, I was taking the kids to church, and she said they were just fighting all the way there, and said I took them out to the back there and took them into the little room with all the other children, and she said, all I kept thinking is, let me get through this and I'm going on home. And she said if I can just get them in, and she said I was just about ready. It was just about to end, and I thought I'm going to get these kids and I'm going home. And she said I ran into our pastor and he looked at me, and she said he must have looked right down inside of me, and he stopped me and he said, Sis, would you do me a favor this morning? And she said, sure, I will. And she said, I looked over at him and he said, would you come to church this morning with your cup turned upright, and would you turn your cup over? And he said that to me, and I thought, this man, he knows me more than I wish that he did. He can tell that something was wrong. And she said, and I wish that my whole mood would have changed right there. She said, but I thought, well, I guess I got to go to church this morning. I have to show up. So I ask you this morning, have you come? Have you come with your cup turned upright? Brother, I feel like some have this morning because I've already felt the Spirit. Brother, but there is a difference. Do you know that the Bible says like this? It says that blessed are those that do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Brother, and I got news, the sinner, man and woman, you better get hungry. You better get thirsty. Wanting to have Jesus in your life this morning. But I got news, it doesn't stop right there. Christian man or woman, have you come hungry this morning? Have you come wanting to hear from the Lord this morning? Because I got news. When I was lost and I was sinking with everything in me, brother, and I don't remember an okay meeting. Every meeting I went to, brother, was a great meeting. How come sometimes we just have okay meetings now? I got news, God hasn't changed. Brother, but our hearts change a little bit. But I got news, God's mercy is abundant. And it is overwhelming. Brother, and I could just sit and I could just cry sometimes.
Oh, God.
Wondering why He is so good to me.
Yeah, I don't deserve it.
He is so good. Do you know that a sower sower, he went out one time. And it said that he began to sow seed. And brother, in that seed, it said that some fell among the stony ground. And brother, and it sprouted up. But brother, and the sun came out and it scorched it. I said it had no root. I had no depth, brother. And it said that sower, he kept sowing his seed. Brother, and some fell among the thorns. And it sprouted up. And it said that those thorns were all around it and it choked that seed. And it killed it right there. Brother, and some just fell among the wayside. And it said the fowls, they swooped down and that they gathered, stole that seed right there. Brother, but some, it said, fell among good ground. Brother, thank God for the preaching man and woman. Brother, who doesn't just go out sowing one time, but keep sowing. Do you know that when I was a boy, Mama and Papa and my parents drug me to church every weekend they could. Never a question if we were going to church. We just looked at them and said, how far are you going to make us go this weekend? Brother, it seemed like we always had to go to churches 1 or 2 hours away. Brother, and that's how we grew up. And do you know, I heard sermon after sermon, men and women getting saved all around me. My brother, and sometimes the Bible says like this, it's not the hearer of the word, but it is the doer of the word. You can hear it every day of your life. You can go to church on Sunday, and you go to church on Wednesday. Brother, you can go Sunday evening. But it's not just hearing God's word. I've heard sermon after sermon. Brother, and that didn't do anything for me. Brother, and I got news, that soil, that good ground, it's your heart this morning. I had to come to a point where, brother, and I began to get hungry. Do you know that there was a woman one time, it said that she had an issue of blood. Brother, and it said that she went to every doctor she could, that she spent every dollar she could trying to be healed, and she could find nothing that could cure her, brother. But brother, and thank God, she heard of a man named Jesus that was walking in a nearby town. And brother, and at this time it said the multitude gathered all around him, people everywhere, but this woman wouldn't let it stop her. Brother, and then she pushed her way, clawed her way through that. A multitude didn't even get to speak to my Lord. Brother, but just got close enough to where she could grab the hand. Brother, and then Jesus stopped right there and said, someone has touched me. Even the disciples thought he was crazy. What are you talking about? We're surrounded, Lord. They're poking you on every side. He said, virtue has gone away from me. I'm running down the difference. Someone came hungry to seeking out Jesus. Someone came with that good soil. Brother, and with everything.
Virtue.
I know that 16 years ago, 16 and a half years ago, that I had enough of this world. But for the first time, I wasn't going to be satisfied until I had him to call him as mine. I heard about this man named Jesus my whole life. Wouldn't even tell my friends. You know what? That seed, it was still all around me. My friends would try to convince me we're okay. God, He understands us. And I said, listen, God, He does understand us. I said, I'm a sinner. And if I die right now, I'm going to hell. I said, and guess what? All you boys are doing the same thing as I'm doing. I'm just going to let you know. Brother, and even the devil, he knows them, and I knew. Down in my heart, I wasn't living right.
The devil knows and he trembles all the time.
You need to want Jesus in your life more than you want anything else.
That's the truth.
I'll just say this little story and I'll get out of the way.
Ain't nobody's way, Brother Mike. Take your time.
I read it a little while back. It was about this pro golfer. And it said this pro golfer, he was in a tournament one time, and it said that he won this great tournament. No doubt for a great lump sum of money. And it said that after this tournament, after everyone cheered and everyone carried on and no doubt gave him all the praise in the world, he said he just got ready and he just got finished up taking a shower, and he said, I was going out to my car. He said, and I had this great big check in my hand. He said, and there was a woman standing at my car, and she began to talk to me. And she told me, she said, sir, I have this little sick baby. She said, we've spent every dollar that we have trying to get it healed. And she said, and we're all out of money. And she said, and my baby's going to die if we don't come up with some more money. And brother, and that man said, it just broke my heart in two. And I just listened to her for a little while. He said, and I had this check. He said, and I took it and I signed it. And I gave it to her and I just went on my way. And he said he just went on about his business for a while. And brother, in a couple months down the road, he was at another great tournament. And brother, and he even did great in that one. And it said that he got up at the podium after, and all the media, all the reporters began to ask him questions. One stood up and he began to grin just a little bit, and he said, I heard a couple months ago that a woman met you outside. He said, and that she began to tell you about a sick baby that she had. And brother, and that man, he just kind of stood there. He didn't quite know what was going on. And that reporter said, I investigated that woman. And do you know what? There is no sick baby. That she's lied to you. She scammed you. And brother, he sat there kind of smug. And that man, he just stood up there. Cameras flashing at him. And he just looked over at him and he said, you mean to tell me, sir, that there is no sick baby? And he said, no, you got duped. And he said, you mean to tell me this baby, there's no baby that's going to die? And that reporter said, no, sir. And he just kind of bowed his head a little bit. And he got him a little grin. And he raised up and he said, that's the best news I've heard in months. He said, brother, and I've been worried about this little baby for months and months. He said, now you tell me I don't need to worry anymore. He said, that money, it's already gone. So what would I care? I've been worried. Is this baby all right or not? I got news. Sometimes we get things a little backwards in life. Sometimes we put things a little wrong. But when we look at them and look to the Lord just a little bit, brother, today, I'm telling you today, seek out the Lord. Seek out the truth. And brother, and I'm telling you, you want joy in your life. You want goodness in your life. Brother, and I found nothing. No check. No job. No home. Brother, and that gives me any feeling. I build homes for a living. And brother, and we built some nice big homes. And people's just as happy as they can be. But you want to know what happens? They've wanted these big things. They've wanted these nice things. I go and see them about a few months later. You want to know what they'll say? Man, I have to clean this big house now. Man, it sure is a lot of upkeep. What we think we need in our hearts isn't always right. We get it wrong just a little bit. My Lord is the only thing that after the fact, 16 years, I'm still praising Him. I'm still preaching about this man who is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I want men and women to know the goodness of God. I want you to have Him so much. I want you to have Him so much in your life that you can feel what I feel. When the sisters are shouting, I wish we could just open up their chest and show this world what's down inside. A light like no other.
Outside the sun.
I'm telling you today, I'm going to get out of the way. These brothers are great preachers.
Tell them about the rain.
God sure does use them. And I'm telling you, if you don't, I love getting to come here and see the brothers and getting to hug them. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking it's not about them this morning. If you're here and you're lost and you don't know what's been getting sung about and what's been getting preached about, you are the most important one here. And guess what? We don't look down on you. We were you. And we're telling you, guess what? I found me a treasure one time, and I want this world to have